Hey girl, hey, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Misha. Thank you guys for joining me yet again for another review. We are back with a brand new show for the roster. Ladies Who List Atlanta Season 1, Episode 1. If you are new here, then welcome. I give lighthearted reviews with a little bit of laughter and a little bit of shade and a whole lot of detail. If you are back for a second or third time, then y'all welcome back. Y'all please don't hesitate to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel if you get anything out of the content. Now y'all, let's get into it if we gonna get into it. So first off, okay, I want to say this. This is another cast of beautiful black women. Baby, I am loving it. All shapes and sizes, all different backgrounds, every facet of the real estate market, from brokers to agents to closing attorneys. You know, Georgia is a closing attorney state. Like, you know, in Texas, you go to a title company and that's how you get your home closed on. And I am so happy that they are educating us along the way. Baby, it was giving me the zhuzh that should be given. And speaking of zhuzh, shout out to Kiana, honey, because I heard you say it didn't give the zhuzh. Shout out to the opinionated family. Now, child, let's get into it if we gonna get into it. So I can tell that this series is going to be something else. It's gonna be something else, honey, because the episode opens up with them showing us the black excellence of the ATL and looking at them. Child, made me want to dust off my license and get back in the game. I'm like, let me put on my tight suit, honey, and my little bob wig and get the bobbing all around Houston, Texas. So they show all the ladies sitting down, right? And it appears that they have some issues within the group. So Robin, who is one of the ladies in the group, who is a broker, she's going at it with the ladies. So she gets up and gets all in Crystal's face, who is her frenemy. Now, at first I was like, okay, you know, Crystal might be her friend, but I don't trust Crystal like that. And child, I'm gonna get into that in just a minute, honey. This might be some unpopular opinions up and through this review. Like I always tell y'all, honey, keep it cute or keep it on mute. We can agree to disagree because I see things from a different way. And I'm gonna tell y'all exactly what I mean. So anywho, Robin is standing over in her face and she kind of slaps her hand down or she does something to her. And I'm like, girl, please give me 50 feet. Bag. What? Give me 50 feet. Baby, please give me my personal space. Do not step in my face and get in my space or it's going to be problems in this place. Oh, I just made that up. Y'all like that? Child, get back. Get back. You don't know me like that. Shout out to Ludacris. Then they flash back to 2 weeks earlier. In the next scene, Kira meets up with Kiana, right? And Kiana met her on social media and she posted this bikini picture and the trolls were trolling that day. So, you know, she just defended Kira and she was like, look, don't be coming for her, honey. She can wear a bikini and still be professional. And that's how they became friends. So they're talking about how people always got something to say, honey, whether you're doing good or whether you're doing bad. So Kiana said in her confessional, I don't always want to be the Beyonce. Sometimes I want to get nuck if you buck. Honey, I know that's right, Kiana. You know, people always be like, I fly above all the drama. I fly above. Shout out to Candy Birds. No, I don't want to fly above all the drama. And stop bothering me. Honey, I ain't bothering nobody and I don't want y'all bothering me. You know, sometimes you don't want to be the Beyonce. I understand that, Kiana. I understand that, honey. I feel you. So Kira said, you know, when people see Kiana, they see pretty with privilege. And, you know, they feel like she hasn't worked hard for the things that she has. Well, a lot of what she has. And she doesn't think that they see struggle when they see her, which isn't true. And you know what? I really hate the stigma that attractive women get. And not seeing struggle when you see me, honey, that's goals. Honey, I definitely don't want to look like what I have been through. I hate that we can't normalize not having a got it out the mud story. Now, granted, everybody has different backgrounds, and I'm glad that they're showing that you too can be a success. You too can come from the projects. You too can come from being a single teenage mom and then come out and still be popping. I love that they're showing that. But at the same time, honey, I don't want to walk around looking like struggle. Child, luxuriate me. Moving forward. So Kiana said, you know, I'm from North Carolina. I lived in the projects and I've always envisioned more for me. She looks at Kiara as her little sister and she said she wants her to know that you can wear a bikini, close $1 million deal on a Tuesday, and on Wednesday you can still encourage people and talk about God. I know that's right, honey. You can be multifaceted. Absolutely. All these things can exist at the same time. I don't know why people don't believe that. So you think I'm not supposed to have no zhuzh just because I love G.O.D. and I listen to trap music as well? Girl, goodbye. Girl gone, honey. Still closing these $1 million deals. She said you can be successful and a bad bitch, and nobody can judge you for that. I like that, Kiana. I actually do like that, honey. And I love that bob, honey. It's B-O-B-N. Do you hear me? It's bobbing. So then they recited this mantra. They grabbed hands and jumped in the pool. I didn't really understand why, but at least they got the shot. Moving forward. But y'all know what? They didn't show them coming back up to the surface, honey, because I'm sure Kiana's wig was done. You're done. You're done. Baby, that wig was probably at the bottom of that pool. Y'all hear me? Oh, child, you love to see it. In the next scene, Crystal, who's a closing attorney, and Robin, who's a broker. Crystal said Robin would be described as a firecracker. So they're meeting up for a little hummus, and they're talking about the first time that they met. So Robin said they're really good friends, and they're like good cop, bad cop. So Robin tells Crystal that she had some plans, but she doesn't really want to share it just yet because she's not really sure. She said the odds were stacked against her in her confessional. She was a single mom, she had no job, and she was supposed to fail. She said that her outer appearance is a protective layer because women in business can be intimidating. Now, mind you, okay, I want y'all to keep in mind that throughout her confessionals, she's revealing her shortcomings, okay? And she's letting it be known that I'm tough on the exterior because I've been hurt and people have done things to hurt me. So, of course, you see this, I can come off a little bit intimidating, but that's because this is me protecting myself. And Crystal, as her friend, should know that, okay? I just want y'all to keep that in mind. Crystal, on the other hand, says she had a supportive upbringing and isn't surprised that she's an entrepreneur, honey. She had a car wash, a bus stop, honey. I don't know what she had, a dog walking business. So she's been hustling from the start, basically. In the next scene, we see Robin in Crystal's office, right? And she has 2 clients with her. And she tells us that she's a broker and not just an agent. She said the difference is that she has more education and she has a different certificate. And I like the fact that she was educating us because a lot of us don't know the difference between a broker and an agent. Because for me, had I not gotten my real estate license, I would have just thought that a broker was the person who owned the real estate firm and the agents worked underneath her. In fact, a broker is an agent as well, but they just have more education and they're able to do other things. So I really like the fact that she was explaining to us, honey, they are educating the girls. Come on, honey. She said Kimbrough Law Firm is her preferred closing attorney. These are the type of friendships that I need. Now, mind you, this is just the beginning of the episode, so I thought that this was the kind of friendship that I needed. Because when I saw that they were putting money in each other's pockets, I was like, yes, that's how you do it. That's how you support each other. If I know I got something that you can use, I'm going to make sure that I help you as well. Like I'm going to make sure that we work together and we both get paid. That's how friendships work, honey. Well, friendships for me. Okay, so if y'all want to be my friends and I got something that you need and you got something that I need, baby, we can work together. So Crystal comes in. And she's the closing attorney, and she explains that now that they're at the closing table, that means that the title to the property is clear and marketable. So Robin tells Crystal that the pair of clients that she has, that they're YouTube stars and Amy models for Fenty. Listen, do you know how inspired I was when she said YouTube stars? Like, I'm working so hard to go full time on YouTube and to be able to afford to buy my son a house because he does deserve that. Okay. That was my sign to keep pushing. That was so inspirational to me. I watched that scene over and over and over. And I'm actually familiar with those 2. And they are actually very, very funny. I'm subscribed to their YouTube channel. Like, y'all share these videos, share them. Okay. So your girl can get like them. I need y'all to share these videos, honey. I need y'all to watch at least a minute of it. Honey, you ain't got to watch the whole thing, but at least watch 1 minute. I'm sure that's going to take, years to get to the place that they are now, but this is a good start. And that was some motivation for me. So she tells us that they worked hard for that and that they're under 35. So Crystal tells them that it used to be illegal for us to even purchase property. So this is major. So child, then they signed them papers like Usher. Shout out to Usher. And they pop a bottle. We pop champagne like we won a championship game. Feel like I got on a championship ring. Shout out to Lil Wayne. Baby, we popping bottles at the closing table. I know that's right, honey. And you know what? I'm going to make sure that when I do get that home for my baby, that I have someone that looks like me sitting beside me at the closing table. Moving forward. In the next scene, we see Tiffany, a closing attorney, and Tiana, who is a luxury agent. They're at the park having a little time with their kids, right? So Tiana's son is trying to drink him a root beer. Ugh, root beer is so nasty to me, honey. But that's just my opinion, okay? Some people might like root beer. But anywho, child, I guess this was his first time drinking a carbonated beverage with some sugar. And she was like, what? Why did you drink this? He was like, I don't like it. It's nasty. And so she asked him, did he look at the sugar content? And he said, yeah, it's 27 grams of sugar. So she looks behind there, honey, and she realizes that there is, in fact, 27 grams of sugar. She was like, child, I don't play, honey. You ain't even like that. You think you want something and don't want nothing. It's probably because he had root beer. Now, if you would have gave him a Sprite, he would have been, Sprite do that little thing in the back of your throat. Sprite give you that little zhuzh, honey. Give your throat a little zhuzh. So in the confessional, Tiana said that her and Tiffany could not be closer, but one thing that differs is their mothering style. Tiana says she wants her kids to eat healthy. Tiffany just wants her kids to eat. Listen to me. On this parenting journey, some days I'm Tiana, other days I'm Tiffany. Like, parenting is hard work, especially alone. Child, some days I'm just happy that my son ate a complete meal. First of all, he's a picky eater. Secondly, I'm busy. Third of all, I'm mom, dad, therapist, friend, because, it's just all kinds of stuff. So I understand just getting them to eat something, child. Put a chicken nugget and some Kraft macaroni and cheese down and some broccoli and eat it and be feeling so accomplished. I'll be like, yes, a full meal, honey. Ooh, I love it. So anyway, Tiffany was like, I'm teaching my kids to cuss and you teaching your kids to count calories. Honey, I know that's right. So they started talking about parenting, and Tiana said when it comes to work-life balance, there really is none. She said, I got all this stuff to do, and then when they ask me to be a class parent, I do that too. When they ask me to be a teen parent, I do that too. Tiffany was like, not me. She said, look, as long as they ain't dying, when they call me for parent-teacher conference, I'm not coming to that school. I have things to do. And in this instance, I have to say that I'm more like Tiana in that aspect. I like to have my presence known at my son's school. Like, I'm showing up no matter what. I will rearrange an entire calendar. I don't care how busy I am, I'm showing up. And also, I think it's because when I was younger, I used to always wish that my mom would show up for me, and she never did because she always had to work. And I would see the other kids' parents there, and I would be like, wow, I wish my mom could chaperone a field trip, or I wish my mom would be here to see me do this. She missed school plays. She missed cheerleading competitions, all kinds of things because she had to work. Granted, no, she was not a single parent. My parents have been together since they were in the 10th grade, but they both had to work. So, I feel like now, since I'm afforded the luxury of being able to see my son, even if I'm not afforded the luxury, baby, I'm calling the sub. I need a sub. Baby, I gotta go see my kid. So Tiffany said when she met Tiana, they just connected because they're moms, wives, and business women and have to look cute while doing it. And baby, you were looking all to the good in this confessional, Tiffany. I love that dress. Child, I wish my boobs could do something like that, but they too big to be sitting up there without no tape or something. I need dresses that I can wear bras, honey. I ain't gonna be able to do that. Moving forward. In the next scene, Robin and Crystal are having a little champs to celebrate the closing, and Robin proposes the idea that instead of making money for the white brokerages, that they come together and create the biggest, baddest brokerage that ATL has ever seen. She was like, you know what? All these sisters doing it for themselves. Why don't we get together and why don't we make this monstrous entity that's a force to be reckoned with? And child, I was getting so excited. I was like, oh child, baby, I need to move to the ATL. That was everything to me. I was like, yes, honey, that's how you do it. Crystal was like, well, I think I can help with that. She said, yeah, that's why I'm bringing it to you. So Robin said, I'm also pitching it to the other agents, and I feel that they can benefit from it as well. So Crystal asked her, what are the ladies that she would consider? She said, Kiana, Tiana, Kira. I was like, child, this sounds like a bunch of triplets, don't it? Kiana, Tiana, Kira, Lyra, Vera. Child, all these names. It's just too much. So Robin lets us know in her confessional that female relationships are not her jam. She wasn't raised on love. She was raised on struggle. And I understand that. She said she's been very selective of the women that she keeps around her because she's been let down by so many. And so often that she feels like the female relationship is more important to her now because she's cleaned out her closet. Now, in this confessional, she's letting it be known that, yes, In the past, I have not done well with female relationships, but I now see how important it is to cultivate female relationships because, we can help each other out and because I've done a little bit of work. So now I'm ready to move forward. And I can relate to what she's saying because I was not really a girl's girl. I mostly had guy friends because girls would bully me. And then the few female friends that I had, honey, they betrayed me. Shout out to my Storytime channel. If y'all watch some of those videos and you know exactly what I'm talking about. It doesn't mean that I can't work with them. It just means that it's harder for me to foster those relationships. I never really had a big group of girlfriends. It was mostly those, oh, she thinks she cute. Oh, I don't like her. It was most of those catty type situations. But I understand why she has this wall up and this guard up. And I think that's why she's employing the help of Crystal, because she feels like, hey, everybody likes you. So why don't you help me get these girls together so we can make this bread, honey, get this shmoney. Money. Shout out to Cardi B. So then Robin said, well, can you help? Crystal said, yes, but let me check the temperature on Tiana because I don't know her today, but we did go to high school together. But she doesn't really close with me. Robin said, oh, okay, well, maybe we can change that. Now, Robin could have easily said, well, what did you do? Why isn't she closing with you? But she said, no, maybe we can change that. I just want to say this. I don't like how everybody was just like, Robin's crazy. She's a nut. We all have a story. And I don't know if maybe her story resonated with me more, but I don't feel like Crystal is just all that great of a friend. I really don't. Honey, it's something about Crystal that I don't completely trust just yet. And I'm not going to formulate how I feel and who's my fave and who's my least fave until we really get into the season because I don't know these ladies yet. We don't have a backstory. Nothing's really been done. It's just the first hour of the first episode. So we're just going to continue to get into it as we get into it. So Robin says, so what do you think about Tiffany? Crystal said, well, there are only 2 black closing attorneys. That's me and that's Crystal. And I was like, dang, it's only 2? That is crazy. She said it wouldn't make sense for us to merge given everything that we've built together. So Robin said, are y'all in competition? She said, no, I don't compete against anyone. Oh, okay, so I don't know about Crystal because I'm picking up fake. I'm picking up fake from her. I really am. If you aren't competing with her, why are you bringing up the fact that Tiana doesn't close with you? Like, she closes with Tiffany because if y'all only 2, like, I know that she knows Tiffany, and I know that she closes with Tiffany. That's why you made it a point to say, I don't know her because she doesn't close with me. Also, why wouldn't you want to merge to be a force? Like, you can still have what it is that you've built, but both black closing attorneys on one team, that is unheard of. And all the money will be in-house. And when you can't do something, then she can do it. When she can't do it, then you can do it. And I'm telling you, that's going to be double the pleasure, double the fun. Honey, that's going to be it right there. I think she is secretly competing with her. Otherwise, you wouldn't have brought up Tiana, honey, and you ain't fooling me. Moving forward. So Robin said, well, can we become this monstrous machine? I'm not sure. She said, well, I don't have everything worked out. But if we were to get in a room together and throw around some ideas, then we can just see what sticks. Crystal said, well, let's see what we can do because I can help. She said, yes, I know you can help. That's why I'm bringing it to you. I have the idea, but I think you can give it some legs. Basically saying the idea is mine, but I know because all of the girls like you, then I'll center it around you and that'll make it a little bit easier for me because I'm a little apprehensive when it comes to other women. So I'm going to let you help me out. So Crystal said, okay, let's be honest. Okay, without you getting mad, you don't play in the sandbox really well. Robin said, what? Playing in the sandbox? She said, with women. She said, I'm proposing business. What are you talking about? Robin is like, don't make me throw this on you. What is your point? Okay, Robin, honey, right then and there, we would have ended the conversation. Now, you ain't have to go to all that. Don't make me throw this on you. Listen to what she is saying. That's probably why you don't have girlfriends, okay? Because you're getting up ready to throw the champs all in their face, all in the office and whatnot. Gather yourself, girl. She's like, can you run a business with these ladies? Look, you got to separate business from personal. Well, we don't have to go on spa dates, but we can still come together and make some money. Now, granted, you have to be able to work with women, but how is Robin any different from any other woman? I'm going to give you an example. It's a small percentage of the time when a group of women can get together and there's absolutely no cattiness. Everybody gets along. Everybody's on the same page. No. Oftentimes than not, there's going to be a point of contention. That's what happens when you get a bunch of heifers together. It just happens. It's just what happens. It's not saying, okay, since I've said to you, I am not a girl's girl, that doesn't mean I can't work with other women. Anywho, that's just my opinion. That's how I'm seeing it. So Robin, in her confessional, she was like, I don't know how to play nice in the sandbox. She only knows that because I told her that. See, that's why I stay away from people like that, because you make female friends and you tell them your weaker things, and then the minute they get a minute, they want to throw it at you. Now, I don't think she was saying it to you like, yeah, you told me you don't work well with others, so now I'm going to throw it in your face on camera. I don't think that's what she was trying to do. I think what she was trying to say is, you remember what you told me? Now, are you going to be able to go through with that? It was a better way to say it. She was being condescending. Because Crystal is like, I love you, but you have to work well with others in order to do business with others. Now, that is facts. So Robin said, I do. You need to check my review. She's like, I'm not talking about your clients. I'm talking about your equals. So Robin's tone gets elevated and she's like, we're not playing in the sandbox. Why are you nitpicking on my personality, thinking that these other heifers are miscongeniality? So Crystal is like, you're triggered. You're triggered. You're triggered right now. That's condescending. That would make me triggered for you to just keep saying, you're triggered. Girl, are you an attorney or a psychologist? Please don't tell me I'm triggered, honey. Please don't do that. Like, that would have upset me. She said, I'm about to trigger the champagne in your face. And again, Robin, you're losing your mind, honey. You're coming out of pocket. You don't have to resort to liquid violence because the lady is telling you that she doesn't think that you're going to be able to do this because you told her that you don't play well in the sandbox with others. She said, I feel like it's a low blow. I may not want to sit around and enjoy doing catty-ish, but I enjoy making money with women. Okay. And clearly she does. She's putting money in your pocket, Crystal. Let's not forget, the other ladies are not closing with you, but she is. So Crystal said, okay, well then let's do it. She said, well then why are you asking me if I play well in the sandbox? She said, because I'm your friend. Robin said, I just feel like Crystal took what I told her and ran with it. And she's trying to stamp everything that I'm trying to do with that one label, and it don't fit. I feel like both of them are wrong in this instance. Crystal is a little condescending. Your tone and you saying you're triggered right now. You're triggered. It's antagonizing. Okay. Also, nobody wants to hear negativity when they're excited about a potential idea. Yes, please present me with the pros and the cons, but it should have been asked in another way. What you could have said is, well, these ladies, and I don't know if we will all be able to work well together. And I know you've had some issues in the past with working with different female energies. So are you going to be okay with that? Like, I just want to make sure we think this all the way through. There's a different way to present it to someone that will get triggered, as you say. And Robin, you should not have gotten loud in her office and threatened to throw anything on her. It's giving aggressive. Okay. And I hate to say that, but please do not do that. She was in fact triggered because something she shared with her friend was told to her, for all of us to see, but you repeated it in the confessional as well yourself. Robin is acting from a place of insecurity. Like, you can't get defensive over criticism if this is going to have any longevity. You're going to have to be able to accept what people are saying. But Crystal, okay, and I got my good eye on you. You giving frenemy to me. You really are. I don't know if nobody else see it, honey. I don't know if nobody else see it. I don't know if I'm going to be right or wrong in the long run. If I'm wrong, honey, y'all know I'm going to come through the review and I'm going to apologize. But for right now, she's giving me frenemy. It's just something about Crystal I don't trust. In the next scene, Kiana is in this white ensemble, this suit, and this bobbing. Oh, girl. When I tell you she was looking good, I said, baby, Kiana steps out dressed like a bag of money. Shout out to Rick Ross. So she's going to meet with Ashton, who's also a luxury realtor. She said he oftentimes has pocket listings. So he brought one for Kiana to have first dibs on, and the home was beautiful. So Kiana said her client wants a contemporary modern home, but she wanted it to be new. So she's telling Ashton a little bit about her. She's like, yeah, so she's an actress and she spends most of her time between Atlanta and LA, and she fell in love with modern. Child, then we see Crystal Hazlitt step on the scene. Hey, Fatima. Now, why are you looking at this house by yourself? You and Zach broke up. Girl, Tyler paying y'all like that over there. Child, no wonder Tyler ain't hiring no writers. He's saving all the coinage for Fatima and them. Honey, I know that's right. Okay, girl. So she gets there and Kiana shows her around the home. It's 5 bedrooms, 6 baths. 6,500 square feet. That was my kind of home. Pre-child, like, that would have been me all day, knowing I'm going to be scared as hell at night. With all those windows and all that square footage and it's just me, I would be having slumber parties every single day. But I like zhuzh. I like opulence. I like over the top. I like grandiose gestures. I love all of that stuff. Honey, I love all of that. Nowadays, child, I just need me a little cozy home, something that's quaint, but it looks like a mansion on the outside, but something that's more livable and kid friendly. But child, that house was beautiful. So then Crystal, the closing attorney, shows up while Crystal is being shown the home, right? And Kiana explains that she knows Crystal very well. She said, we've been to Saint-Tropez together, so I know Crystal. So after Crystal shows up, Fatima was like, okay, I'm gonna go and get out of here. So then Ashton said, well, I guess we can say welcome home. Child, this was staged. Crystal is not buying that house. Like, I know Q closes big deals in real life because I've been following her on Instagram for years. So I know that she does actually close big deals. She's actually one of the people that inspired me to want to get into real estate. Because I'm like, look at this. Look at this. This could be you, girl. I love a good tight pantsuit, honey, with a good bob. Watching her excel, I was like, okay, I actually want to tap into the luxury side of real estate. But then it was a little bit taxing and time consuming. And I'm just like, you know what? This isn't real life. Girl, you got to figure out something else. But I still have my license in case I want to dibble and dabble. But I feel like this was just a scene because why else would Crystal show up casually in the middle of me trying to close a deal? Crystal, tell Tyler and them I said, hey, girl, we'll see you later. Moving forward. So she leaves and Kiana and Crystal, they start talking. She's like, hey, how's everything at the office? She said, well, everything at the office is good. My only point of contention is Robin. Now, why would you go to her and talk about your friend knowing that she wants you to help to get the ladies together for her to present this idea? I didn't like that. That's not a point of contention. Y'all had a misunderstanding. She clarified it. In the end, you said, let's do it. So what are you talking about? Like, it was, see, that's why I'm side-eyeing her. This is exactly why. So Kiana was like, why? She said, like, I don't want to go into too much detail. Then why did you even say that? Huh? Why? She's like, you know, Robin has revealed this grand idea. And it was just the way that she said it. Instead of her saying, well, Robin proposed something to me and I wanted to see if you would be available to get together for dinner with me, Kira, Tiana, and Tiffany, so we can talk about it. But instead, she's like, you know, Robin revealed this grand idea. Would you be willing to do dinner with Kira, Tiara, Tiffany, and Robin next week? Kiana said, no. Child said it with a smile on her face too. So she explains that she has no problem having dinner with them, but she needs to talk to Robin one-on-one. And so she tells her that she wanted to open her own firm, but during the panorama, the Georgia State Commission was closed. But when they finally reopened, they told her that her current brokerage had to sign off on her hanging up her license so that she could move forward with what she wanted to do. So the brokerage that she was working with said that they were going to release her license, which meant that she wouldn't be able to do real estate. And child, nobody wants to sit stagnant while they get something else off the ground. So she had 26 contracts, right? So she asked Robin to hold her 26 contracts while she got activated. And Robin said, okay, but she wanted $500 per contract. Now, to me, that's just business. Okay, yes, I'm your friend, but I don't do things for free. And if you were my friend, I wouldn't want you to do things for free. We need to make money. Okay, she's not working either. The panorama was rearing its ugly head. People were not buying homes. Everyone was sitting still. So if you have 26 contracts that you're going to potentially close and you want me to hold them for you, and they're $1 million listings, like you're making major bread, $13,000. I didn't find anything wrong with that. Now, it is a little steep after doing some research, but I think that maybe Kiana could have just said to her, those prices won't work for me. How about I give you $150 per contract? Or two. Like, you could have negotiated that. Like, I didn't really see the problem, but honey, I guess that's just me. I wonder if Robin forgot that she told her she wanted $500 per contract when she came up with this idea. Like, I can see why Kiana is upset with Robin. I totally get it, because it's like, dang, girl, I'm just trying to get you to hold this while I do what I got to do. But at the same time, it's nothing personal. It's just business. She said it felt predatory given their relationship. Plus, she knows what she's trying to do. So why would you ask me for that amount of money? Now, if she wanted it up front, then I would be like, okay, girl, well, I mean, $13K up front, and I'm trying to get my own brokerage started. But at the same time, if the contracts are going to be closed on, you going to have the bread. $13,000, that ain't nothing. Moving forward. But I guess some could say it is giving, I want you to do good, but not better than me. Because why ask for that steep of an amount? I don't know. I guess I see it from both sides. I really do. So Kiana said, I feel like she was trying to put her foot on my neck. Like, how do you do that to someone that you're saying you're trying to empower? So Crystal said, well, let's get to the bottom of that, because she don't need the money. So why would she do that? So Kiana said, look, I'll do this for you. I have a little bit of decorum. Translation, the cameras are on, so I'm going to show up. Child, this is a mess. So then in a confessional, Kiana said, I'm just going because I know she wants something from me, and I can't wait to tell her no. Child, pretty and petty. In the next scene, Crystal's sister comes over to get her to sign some things, and she asked about what was going on in the office because she could hear them. And so Crystal was like, I just feel like she was getting defensive and she was coming at me. So then her sister said, the thing with friends is that you have to meet them where they are. Well, you might think you're showing love, and, they may take it as condescending or making fun of them. See, your own sister used the word condescending because she know how you like to act. And that's my opinion of it. Okay, she was trying to, word it ever so, but she knew you weren't there being condescending to Robin because she know you. I like how her sister sees both sides of the coin. Side note, her and her sister's skin is absolutely flawless. Like, they have gorgeous skin. I was like, oh my gosh, I am so jealous of this skin, girl. What is the routine? So Crystal is like, I want to support her, but it seems like everything I say, she's getting defensive. Did other things happen, or did just that minor misunderstanding? Like, let's get some more closings before we spend 8 weeks fussing over the sandbox and the word triggered. Like, I really want to do more of that and less of this. So Crystal wants her to identify why she's so triggered so she can communicate that to her instead of lashing out at her because, it's very off-putting. Both of you need to communicate with each other. You need to listen to why she is upset, and she needs to know that you have her back, because that's what it really stems from. Her being burned by other women in the past. If she knows that you have her back and y'all can be friends and everything can be good between the two of you, then y'all will be fine. So Crystal is like, you know what? I'm going to meet up with Robin so that we can get to the bottom of it. In the next scene, Tiana is having a broker's open, and she's showing a house that she's representing. She's hoping that the opening is going to create enough buzz to not have to list it. So the other ladies start to arrive, right? Baby, these blazer dresses must be all the rage in the ATL. Because first, Fatima had it on and not Kira. Okay, girl, come on in. So Kiana shows up looking fab per usual. And she says she hasn't worked with Tiana before. She knows that she has some nice listings, but she just feels like if you're going to market to a multi-million-dollar property, where's the professional video? Where's the pictures? Where's the staging? Where's the zhuzh? Shout out to me. Yes, ma'am. Where's the zhuzh of it all? Shout out to the opinionated family. Baby, Tiana brought in these 2 vases full of roses. She said, honey, the home gonna sell itself, child. I ain't got time. So they show a little bit of the home, but I wanted to see more of it. More than just the aerial view. I'm like, show me what's around it, honey. So Kiana asked them if they had heard about Robin's dinner. So Tiffany said, I don't know Robin. Kiana said, oh, well, I know Robin, or what I thought of Robin. They're like, girl, spill the tea. She said, well, she had the opportunity to come through for me, but she didn't. Kira said, speaking of knowing somebody, I went to the Kanye event and I saw Crystal. So she gonna turn around and say to me, don't I know you from somewhere? Child, so far it sounds like her. So Tiana said, you know her though, right? She said, yes, I went to dinner with her before. Girl, now how you don't remember somebody you broke bread with? It's giving, I'm better than you. That's what it's giving to me. She's like, I've never done business with either of them. And so Tiana said, well, I do know Crystal. I know her very well. We went to high school together. We started in the industry together. We don't do a lot of business, but we have done business together. I did one deal with her, and it was not the best. Well, from what Crystal was stating, she said that she hasn't done any closings with you. So somebody lying, honey. I'm just saying. So Tiffany said, well, let's just agree, because I did agree to go to the dinner, that we just keep it classy. Tiana said, Tiffany is my preferred closing attorney. This is what she's saying in her confessional. She's like, Crystal, you're out. Sorry. Oh, child. I thought you didn't cuss, Tiana. Not Tiana that's counting the sugar content and whatnot. Ooh, honey. Them standing around in this circle, just proves what Robin said. They aren't Miss Congeniality either. None of these heifers look like they play well in the sandbox, if we really want to be real. It's just that Robin was overreacting and losing her mind. A few of them don't like Crystal, even though she worried about Robin. You should be worried about yourself, because they standing around saying you pretending not to know who they are. So, moving forward. In the next scene, the two of them go to meet at the park, Robin and Crystal says she's confused on what happened. So Robin said, I am too. She said, you attacked me in my office, like you raised your voice, and I had to ask you to lower it. Now, I totally get that. Don't raise your voice in my place of business. Like, use your inside voice. This is not the hood, honey. We are not outside at the club. Get yourself together. So Robin feels like Crystal was being condescending. Crystal says those were her words and she's just reminding her of who she is. It is not your job to remind her. It came off again as you talking down to her. She says she was able to work with them. If it implodes, then that's on her. And have you actually witnessed anything, or are you just going based off of what she said? Because y'all, she probably don't even know. So Robin is getting upset that Crystal is laughing in her face. And I would have gotten upset as well, y'all. I would have got upset too. I would have been like, why are you laughing at me? Like, I'm telling you something upset me and you're sitting here laughing. And, you know, Robin did say I'm going to give her a pass because it may be just nervous energy. And I think it was Crystal trying to contain herself and stop herself from going off. I think that was part of it, because she really, you know, really wanted to get into it as she got into it. But she was like, the cameras, girl, these cameras. It's almost like, you know how you get so mad and you really want to fight, but you can't fight. So you just cry. It's almost like that. That's what that was giving me. So Robin is like, lately I've been feeling weird when it comes to you. Crystal said, you're mad off of something that you think happened. You don't think that's crazy? Okay, that's the wrong choice of words. Don't be calling me crazy. Okay, don't do that. Those are her feelings, the same as you have yours. I hate when people jump to, you're crazy, if their view doesn't align with yours. Like, don't do that. Wrong choice of words. Wrong road. Wrong road. Shout out to Candy and Portia. Moving forward. So Robin is getting even more upset because she used the word crazy. So then Robin said, I never wanted to be your friend anyway. You wanted to be my friend. Girl, what is this, the third grade? Now, Robin, that was silly as hell, okay? This may actually be proving her point. You have to tame your outburst. You have to tame these type of outbursts. You can't work with other women and the minute they give you some criticism, you're going to lose it. You can't do that. Otherwise, what she's saying is 100% valid. Now, I'm trying to have your back, honey, because I've been there. But at the same time, you got to learn to reel it in a little bit. So then she walks away. She's like, I'll show you crazy, honey. She mad. So the two of them continue to argue back and forth and back. Crystal goes over to try to diffuse the situation. And she's like, I'm sorry if you felt like. And Robin was like, no, that's not an apology. It's I'm sorry, period. So, you know, they get to going back and forth and back. And then they finally decide that the two heifers are friends again, or frenemies again, or whatever they are again. But it all boils down to this. Robin doesn't want to hear about her shortcomings with the other women. She's not a girl's girl, and that's okay. But she needs to work on being less defensive. Like, just lower the wall just a little bit. I know it can be tough. Just lower the wall. Crystal should have reminded her of the pitfalls of working with other women, but not making her feel like it won't work because of her. I don't know. I just feel like this is stupid. Okay, that's what I really feel like. At the end of this episode, I felt like this argument was dumb. It's giving dumb, da dum, dum, dumb. It's giving dumb. Okay. I just hope that they can work it out, child. They were both working my nerves, if you really want to be real. I hope we get to see lots of closings, but it seems like we're going to hear Sandbox and Trigger over and over again all up and through the season. But y'all, I'm here for the mess. Y'all comment down below and tell me exactly what you felt about this episode. I saw both Robin and Crystal's side. I'm kind of side-eyeing Crystal because I feel like she's a friend of me of Robin's, and I feel like, you know, they went out the gate painting Robin as the villain. I don't know. It's a little bit off-putting for me, because we don't really know the backstories. Now, next episode, Robin is getting up and acting a fool. Now, Robin, I don't know what that's all about, but we can't do that, honey. Because once you get in my space, as I told y'all with my Dr. Seuss rhyme earlier, you get in my space and in my face is going to be some furniture rearranging in this place. Okay, so bag. Give me 50 feet. Don't hesitate to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. And as always, stay safe, stay blessed, spread love, not germs. Peace.